We talked about the raising of the hands. So now we have stood. We're facing the Qibla. We're going into the Salaah. Okay, now we must make the intention. The intention is with the takbir, and we raise the hands. We learned from the hadith last week that the raising of the hands can go up to the shoulders or to the top of the ears. So when you raise the hands go up to the top of the shoulders or to the top of the ears. Okay? In raising the hands with the takbir. This is a sunnah to make the raising of the hands with the opening of the takbir. Now there's 3 ways to do the takbir. You can say the takbir with, you can raise the hands with the takbir, Allahu Akbar. You can raise the hands before the takbir, Allahu Akbar. Or you can raise them after the takbir, Allahu Akbar. All of them are correct. And we read it from the hadith that all ways are correct. You can raise it with the takbir, before the takbir, or after the takbir. All of them are correct. We also learned that it is mandatory. Okay, this is the next one. Mandatory, wajib, right, to put the right arm over the left. Right over left, this is mandatory. So this refutes any Shiite, anyone who claims to be a Maliki, one who says that they follow the madhab of Imam Malik for them praying with their hands down at their side. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave us a clear commandment from Hadith that to place the right hand over the left is mandatory. Okay, I'm going to read the Hadith and I'm going to go over, inshallah. I'm done. To place the right arm on the left arm. To place the left arm on the right arm. Right arm on the left arm. He, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, used to place his right arm on his left arm. This narrated by Sahih Muslim and Abu Dawood. And he used to say, we, the company of the prophets, have been commanded to hasten the breaking of the fast. So when it's time to break the fast, you got to do it quick. Don't prolong it. To delay the meal before the fast, so the suhoor, you wait as close as you can until Fajr. And we were commanded to place the right arm on the left arm during the prayer. So this was something that was commanded by the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, by Allah, to put the right over the left. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ passed by a man who was praying, and he had his left arm on his right arm, so he pulled them apart and placed the right on the left. This is narrated by Imam Ahmad in his Musnad and the Sahih of Abu Dawood. So, it is to place the right arm, forearm, on the left arm, forearm. And in the commentary it speaks about the Hanafis, they pray like this. So this is a bid'ah, this is incorrect. This is not the correct way to pray. For the women, this is not the correct way to pray. When the Prophet Muhammad gives a commandment, it is general, unless he says something specific, then it's something specific for the women. So to place the right over left like this for the men and the women is both the same. And the next hadith we're going to go to, that you place your arms on your chest. So they're not here below, they're on your chest as high as you can. So right over left, on your chest.
Where is your left hand at? Grabbing your back and side.
Okay. Then in the hadith said that he would also sometimes grab his left arm with the right arm here. He would hold it. Okay. Okay. So now we got here. So now we know that we face the Qibla, right? Our takbir, right over left, and on our chest. Okay. So now the next thing is, where do we face our eyes? Okay. The next thing is we have to place our eyes. Our eyes have to face the place of prostration. This is a prerequisite of the Salah. eyes, face, place of prostration. Okay? So, when I make takbir, Allahu Akbar, right over left, on my chest, then my eyes must face or look down towards the place of prostration. So wherever I put my head, that's where my eyes are going to be the whole salah, the whole prayer in concentration. And I'm going to read the hadith, inshallah. To look at the place of prostration and humility and to be humble in your salah. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ used to incline his head during the salah and fix his sight towards the ground. Okay? This is all Sahih, narrated by Al-Hafiz Al-Bayhaqi. While he was in the Kaaba, his sight did not leave the place of his prostration until he came out from it. And he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, it is not fitting that there should be anything in the house which disturbs the person from praying. So there shouldn't be anything in the house that disturbs you from praying, whether it's the TV on, radio on, right? Then we know there shouldn't be any pictures in the wall, no dogs in the house, no pictures. Why?
The angels aren't coming in.
Right?
The angels are inside coming in.
The jinns are inside, and who don't come in the house?
The angels.
The angels. The angels don't come in the house where there's pictures or dogs. Okay? So, do not have anything in the house that disturbs you from praying, whatever that may be, whether it's shiny stuff, whatever it may be. He used to forbid looking up at the sky during the prayer, and he emphasized this prohibition so much that he said, people must refrain from looking up at the sky in prayer, or their sight will not return to them. And in another narration he said, or their sight will be plucked away. So therefore don't be looking around in the salah. In another hadith, the Prophet Muhammad said, so when you pray, do not look here and there. For Allah sets his face for the face of the slave in his prayer as long as he does not look away. Allah sets his face for the face of his slave in prayer as long as he does not look away. So as long as you are fixated and don't look away, Allah's face is on your face. And he also said about looking here and there when someone's in salat, they hear a noise or something, that you lacking concentration. He said about looking here and there, it is a snatching away which the devil steals from the slave during his prayer. So when you start going like this is from Shaitan. And he's taken away from your merits of the salah. Okay? So you must be in Khashaa. You must be of those who are humble in your salah, and your eyes fixated on the ground without moving, deviating, looking here, cutting your eyes, and you saw something on the wall. Stay focused. If you can't concentrate, close your eyes. Okay? But the sunnah is not to close your eyes. Okay? That's not the sunnah. But if you feel that closing your eyes will put you in more concentration because there's something that you may see and it's breaking your concentration, then you can close your eyes. But closing your eyes is not the sunnah. Okay? We're not, because we've been accustomed to praying with our eyes closed. This is something that we've been raised with. So this is something that we've been accustomed to, that when you pray, you automatically assimilate closing your eyes. But in the time of Rasulullah, we couldn't close our eyes because they were at war. They're saying, the scorpions and all kinds of things. So we keep our eyes fixated on the place of prostration. This is the way that we're taught to pray. If everybody's closing their eyes during the salah, who's going to watch us? We're going to all be sitting there closing our eyes, and that's the best time for the enemy to attack us. Oh, they're praying, go get them.
Though we should have someone standing in.
But yeah, that's a whole other prayer. But if you feel that it's better for you to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. But the Prophet Muhammad said, Allah does not cease to turn to a slave in his prayer as long as he is not looking around. When he turns his face away, Allah turns away from him. He also forbade three things. The Prophet Muhammad forbade three things. Pecking like a hen, right? And pecking like a hen means the one who's making the salat, and he or she is not making sure that all of his movements and prostrations that he or she does not hold those positions. So the pecking of a hen, you see somebody Allahu Akbar. This is like
aerobics.
this is pecking like a hen. This is pecking like a hen. See, this is what hens do.
Yeah.
That's pecking like a hen. In the salat, there is no khashaa, there is no humbleness. And as we get into it later on, the Prophet Muhammad said every position, you hold that position until your bones rest. And then there's certain, even in the sajda, you have to make sure all your bones lock. And 7, we're going to get to that, inshallah.
And you can't raise your feet up off the floor either.
Right.
In prostration or any part, you can't. And I see a lot of that. That's why I said it.
And that's why we're going through the whole salat. So by the time we finish all the hadith, then inshallah you have all the hadiths that you need to accumulate and formulate the best salat for you. Not for me, for you. You have all the hadith. Okay, this is how he did it. This is what he did. This is what he said don't do. I have this knowledge. That was my responsibility to what? Apply that knowledge. And any person who when in an obligatory prayer is due, excels in his ablution, who excels in his humility, Khashaa, meaning he is, firm in his Khashaa, his eyes, and in his bowings, meaning he holds all of his positions, will have it as a remission for his previous minor sins, as long as he does not commit a major sin. And his opportunity is for all time. So anytime that you even make the salat, alhamdulillah. Another hadith.
Wait. And what was the part about the fox?
Looking around like a fox. Right? He forbade these 3 things. Right? Squatting like a dog. We also know that it's forbidden to make sajda on your arms. But we'll get to that when we get to the sajda. But even in this hadith, he said, those who are extensive in their wudu, they're perfected. Right? He said they are extensive in their humility, meaning they increase in their humility in their salat. Right? He's khashaa, or she's khashaa. She's humble, disciplined, not moving, concentrated, don't care about nothing. Don't care about nothing. Right? They said some of the Sahabas, they were stabbed during the salat. One of the Sahabas, an arrow went into his foot during the salat. He didn't move. They finished the salat. Okay? Because they were so in tune with the salat. Right? We hear something out on the street, we ready to turn our neck. But you're supposed to be a khashaa. You're supposed to be humble. But he said the one who increases in the wudu, the perfection, the one who increases in the khashaa, meaning the humbleness, and the one who increases or perfects their bowing. Right? Because even in this position, we're supposed to hold it.
Yes.
Make your back straight, and then lock it, and then say Subhana Rabbil Azim. We're going to get into that in a minute. But he said the ones who increase in this, in their bowings, perfecting their bowings, their wudu, and their khashaa, he said even this is a forgiveness of all of your minor sins. So the whole salat is barakah. The whole salat is maghfirah. It has forgiveness in it. From the takbir to the Ameen, to the Rabbana wa lakal hamd, right? To now we learning that even just holding our positions properly is forgiveness of all of our sins. So alhamdulillah, rabbil alameen. Okay? Khashaa.